If I were ever to get into speedrunning, man, I've considered it before, but never really tried. It would be this game and Battle for Bikini Bottom would be the games that I would think of, like, yeah, from my childhood, I could try speedrunning those.
Knew what they were doing. Dial in 436.
436, you say? Get that bad boy in there.
Outstanding! Another page from the Thievius Raccoonus. This one features Dev Cooperenda's slow-motion jumps. He used this to get by all kinds of airborne threats. Hit the triangle button while in the air to slow down time.
This ability is so cool, just going into slow motion midair, but it's so useless in this game. It accomplishes, like, nothing. All it does is slow you down, but man, does it look awesome in the moment. King Wolfblade, did I thank you for your sub, or did I just say hello when you showed up in chat? Thank you for subbing for 22 months. Greatly appreciated. I'm telling you, man, I get into a zen state when playing this game, and I just kind of, like, I go. I did? Okay, good, I did. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. Congratulations on your double sub. Remind me if you resub again next month, not to thank you for that one, because you're, like, you're one over right now. We have to settle that debt and get it back to the neutral amount. I believe we have finished every level available in this area. Again, we missed the safe in that one level because I wasn't paying attention. But that will be the safe we come back to at the end of the game because the last safe you get in the game has to be after you beat the final boss. I think I've earned it because I've gifted over 170 subs to your channel. You know what? You got me there. I'll even give you another thanks. Thanks for subbing and all your gift subs over the time. Thank you very much. I'm sorry, sir, that I ever suggested such a thing.
Astonishing! All my calculations led me to believe you had failed to knock out that generator.
Never was good at math.
Well, here's a real test for you. I found a way up to Raleigh's hideout, but unfortunately, it is doomed to failure.
You're not gonna tell me I have to shoot myself out of that cannon.
I'm afraid that's the only way.
Now you're talking.
You're really scaring me, man. Anyway, to get inside that thing, you had to steal all 7 of Raleigh's treasure keys.
So what are we waiting for? You show me those hollow what's-its?
You mean my holographic markers?
Yeah. And I'll swipe whatever it takes to get shot out of that cannon and steal back my family's Thievius Raccoonus.
You're really scaring me, man. I love the dialogue between Sly and Bentley in this game. And they expand upon Bentley and Murray and other characters and whatnot a lot more in the future games in 2, 3, and 4, which I always loved. In 1, it's very much like focused on Sly, which, you know, he's Sly, so of course it is. I think I dropped it in. I'm not sure if I dropped an input there or if I just actually clicked too late for my jump. Goodbye. I think this is the last normal level in the game, and then we have a mini-game level after this to get the last key we need. Not Raleigh.
Ahoy, dark hands! Capital job unloading that cargo last night. You're the crown jewel of my operation. Do me the service of proving your worth yet again by protecting the treasure key that I have stored down there. It appears there's a prowler on the premises. And if any of you let him get his hands on that key, I'll personally flog the lot of you for an entire fortnight!
Not Fortnite. Anything but Fortnite. By the way, when I fell in the water earlier, I don't think that was a dropped input. I think I actually just hit the button too late. But it also could have been a dropped input. I love doing the painting puzzles in 3. I really love the painting puzzles in 3. It's unfortunate, like, the painting puzzles in 3, again, for people who don't know what we're talking about, I'm going to be playing 3 very soon, so just wait for that playthrough to happen. But, the painting puzzles are really cool. It is unfortunate that when you play the game a couple of times like I have, you kind of just memorize them. So they're not really puzzles at that point. It's just like, hey, do you remember where this was last time? And every time without fail, I'm like, of course I do. I've done this exact same puzzle 47 times in my life. But I mean, that's not like a fault of the game. That's just like, you know, That's the kind of puzzle that you can't really get any enjoyment out of after you've done it 2 or 3 times. But it's always neat to see them regardless. That's why I want more Sly Cooper games where they can, like, redo some new ones. Make a Sly Cooper 5. Literally someone, anyone. Sanzaru, Sucker Punch, Sony, give it to another company that won't ruin it. I beg of you. I just want a Sly 5.
Press the circle to enter the vault code. This one was cake. Input 719.
Why did I go the long way? Whoops. Oh, 19, not 91. I'm stupid. Sorry. Didn't account for how dumb I am, Bentley. Give me.
Interesting. Chris Cooper's dive collection technique. This move is an extension of the dive move you already know. Just jump and hit the triangle button near breakable objects for some fast braking, fast collecting action.
I think the game should be reboot. I would be totally down for a Sly Cooper reboot. I think I would prefer for them to make a Sly 5 after Sly 4 was left on a cliffhanger, but if they decide that the best thing for the franchise is to reboot it, I'm totally down for that. Sly Cooper is... The game had its 20th anniversary recently, I think, because it came out in 2002. This one did. I think the game is in a prime position to be rebooted. I would be fine with that concept as long as it was done well. I'm assuming you don't like Sly 4. Incorrect. I've actually been spending today's stream mentioning every now and then that, like, yes, I do like Sly 4. Not as much as Sly 2 and 3. Sly 2 and 3 are better games, but I like Sly 4. I think it's good, and I like Sly 4 more than... Don't talk to me about that ever again, Chad. I like Sly 4 more than Sly 1, personally. Down we go. This should be the last level in Raleigh's other than the boss. Cass, what's your favorite boss? My favorite boss in this game specifically?
You
I don't know, honestly.
This is where Raleigh's gang of crabs stashes his
Not the
sunk
crab
treasure.
gang.
Use your sub to blast them. The left analog stick controls the sub. Give it a try.
I was awful at this minigame when I was young, by the way. I got stuck here for so long. I hated it.
That's it.
Now I'm, like, not bad at the game, so I don't mind it.
Drive the sub in one direction while firing in another. To earn a treasure key, you'll need to collect all 40 chests. Do not let a crab take one into a tube.
I've got it. Don't worry, Bentley. I know what's up. I've done this plenty of times. As for my favorite boss in this game, there are 5 boss fights, 1 for each world. I don't really know if I have a favorite. I don't really love any of them. Honestly, the boss fights are probably the weakest point of this game, other than maybe a mini-game here and there. But honestly, maybe it's because I've played them so many times for so long. I don't really mind the mini-games in Sly Cooper, to be honest. Definitely the first Sly Cooper game is at its best when you're just doing, like, action platforming levels. If I had to pick a favorite, I don't know. I don't like Ms. Ruby's boss fight, to be honest. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure that I don't lose a chest at the last second and have to redo this. That's, like, the worst possible outcome. No, I got stuck! I couldn't squeeze through here. I didn't see that one to the far left. This always happens when I play this. Every time I play this, I lose once, and then I, like, immediately win after, just so the game can make it feel like I have to collect 80 chests instead of 40. I blame chat for giving me a question that I had to think about. How dare you, chat, after I asked you to ask me more questions, to give me a question that took thought process? Probably the Panda King boss fight. Either the Panda King or Clockwork. I think Ms. Ruby's boss fight is pretty annoying. Panda King's is really easy, though. But again, I don't think the boss fights are, like, the strong point of this game. Boss fights are better in the later games. But, Raleigh's boss fight is too easy and straightforward, I feel like. Ms. Ruby's is pretty annoying. Mugshots is a little annoying. I didn't break that one, really? And, Clockworks could be a little annoying, but over the years of having played Clockwork's boss fight a lot, I like Clockwork's boss fight just because of how climactic it is. So probably like Panda King or Clockwork. Definitely not Ms. Ruby. No. Nope. Why are there so many crabs? Stop. How many people could you possibly have in one gang? See, look at this, and then I immediately get it on the second attempt. This happens every time I play this game. Lose once and then get it. Easy. Yeah, we're not even in an hour in stream yet, and we're 17% done with the game. We might even have enough time to go back and do the time trials in this playthrough. I wouldn't count on it, though. But speaking of boss fights, let's go punch Raleigh in the mouth. You know the game is good when in the first hour you get to launch yourself out of a cannon.
How delightful! We have a guest. The only thing is, I hate unexpected guests!
Listen, Raleigh, wipe up my family and steal what's mine? You better expect company.
Oh, I'm ever so sorry. How sloppy of me not to finish the job. Obviously, we should have snuffed you out as well. So, without further ado, let me make amends by what? Bloating to gargantuan size and squashing you like the insignificant bug that you are!
Bring it on.
Shout out to whoever was the voice actor for Raleigh. He really put in the effort for that. All right, Raleigh, let's do this. Can't touch this. Yeah, Raleigh's boss fight I find kind of boring just because it takes so long. You have to let him jump so many times before you can hit him. And it's like 4 phases. I think most of the boss fights are like 3 phases. I actually think Ms. Ruby might be another 4-phase boss fight, but I think most of the other bosses are 3 phases or less. Mugshot is 3 phases. The Panda King is like... He's technically just one really big phase, but really he feels like he's, I mean, he feels like one big phase, but he kind of breaks into like 3 phases. Oop, I was almost too slow on that. Do I have a horseshoe? No, I don't. All right, I gotta make sure I dodge this properly. He's gonna like stick his tongue out. I jumped too early. I knew I jumped too early. How did I not have a horseshoe coming into this? The second he started sticking out his tongue, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna time this wrong. Lo and behold, I timed it wrong. I think Clockwork has, his phases feel like they're like 2 or 3 separate boss fights because he has like 3 HP bars, but again, it's like, it's 3 phases. 1 phase, 2 phase, then 3. Yeah, I'm pretty sure his is just 3 phases as well. It's just that he has a health bar for each of them. Although his last phase is just a little platforming section. Which again, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you'll get to see soon. Whoa there, lag. Whoa there. Calm down. 2, 3. I used to have the amount of times he jumps memorized. 4. Is this where you go, Small? Yep. All right. Let's try and time this jump better this time. Really wish I had a horseshoe still.
Blast it all! You've beaten me! Well, gloat all you want, Sly Cooper. You're no match for Mugshot, my villainous cohort in Utah. You'll see. Mesa City is so well guarded, a snake couldn't slither in without setting off alarms.
Raleigh's section of the Thievius Raccoonus held detailed instructions on how to perform my ancestor Ryoichi Cooper's ninja spire jump, a technique he developed while sneaking into the thickly fortified castles of feudal Japan. Finding a way off Raleigh's boat got a little tricky with the untimely arrival of Inspector Fox, who, failing to find me, busted Raleigh and his crew. With the storm machine out of commission, boats found their way back onto the ocean, and the mystery of the Welsh Triangle faded from memory. My gang and I loafed around England for a while, enjoying the pleasant weather, and then headed back home, excited for our next heist.
Moose Sniffer, thank you for subbing to Tier 1 for 24 months.
I took
That's
the
2
liberty
full
of
years,
pinning
brother.
Your mission map up on the wall.
Don't interrupt me,
You can
Bentley.
use it to warp directly to any levels you've already visited.
Thank you, Bentley. So yeah, we missed one safe. That's the safe we'll come back for at the end of the game, because you have to go back to one at the end of the game anyway. Moose Sniffer, thank you very much for subbing for 2 whole years, brother. Greatly appreciated. Sammy, welcome to stream as well.
We're all set to
I was
go
talking
to
about
Mesa
something else, but I
City.
forgot. Oh yeah, we're just at the hour mark and we finished the first world, and I think the other worlds are just gonna go quicker. The last world especially is quicker than all of the other ones.
It had been a while since I'd been back in the U.S. Next up, the notorious mugshot. Ruthless muscle of the Fiendish Five. What he lacked in brains, he definitely made up for in brawn. Turns out he wasn't always that way. He grew up as the run of the litter. A neighborhood weakling. The only friends he could turn to were usually found on the big screen. It was there that he spotted his first gangster, and he knew instantly that that's what he wanted to be. He spent the rest of his youth working real hard to get there, fueled on his dreams of great power and respect. With enough perspiration, he realized that dream. He'd become a hard-boiled, street-brawling, tough-as-nails gangster, ensuring that he'd never be kicked on or pushed around again. So he's holed up in Mesa City, huh? I've always wanted to go to that thriving American boom town.
Unfortunately for Mugshot back in the early 2000s, they didn't know what leg day was. Sly Cooper in Sunset Snake Eyes. I almost forgot about the title intro I wanted to read. Ultra Slow King, thank you for summoning to Tier 1 for 12 months on a 9-month streak. That is a full year. Thank you very much for the support. A new badge for you indeed. Hopefully before too much longer, I'll be able to get some new badges. I've been wanting to do that for a while, but I'm just always so busy. But 40 bottles to find. That's quite a lot. Let's get moving. A lot of subs today. Thank you, everyone.
Hey, Sly, I thought you said Mesa City was going to be loud and busy. This looks more like a ghost town.
Something's happened. Where is everyone?
I don't know, but it's starting to give me the creeps. What do you say we take off?
And miss all the fun? Besides, I want to try out that new move I got from Raleigh's section of the Thievius Raccoonus.
You mean the ninja spire jump?
Yeah, do me a favor and read me the instructions again.
To landeth safely upon diminutive points, leapeth lively and presseth the triggering device with the round geometrical object emblazoned upon it.
So jump and hit the circle button to land on narrow spots.
That's a rough translation.
It's rough, but it'll work. Let's go. Gonna have to jump down here for ye olden bottles. Got a horseshoe back. What did I lose my horseshoes to before? Probably being impatient. The #1 cause of me dying in a Sly Cooper game is literally just impatience. I played these games so many times, I could probably play them near perfectly if I just, you know, wasn't impatient, but because I played them so many times and thus know like where to go and what to do, etc., I get ahead of myself and I'm like, go, go, go. I'm sure people who have played games, especially older ones like these, can relate if they've played them multiple times. Man, this really is like a blast from the past for me, though. The Sly Cooper games and then SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. Those were... I had them all on my PS2, and I played those games so much. So much. You have no idea. Wrecked.